Ebonwell was a quaint, sleepy town nestled in a remote valley, far removed from the hustle and bustle of the modern world. The townspeople led simple lives, and the passage of time was marked by the changing seasons and the tolling of the Ebonwell church's ancient bell. In the center of the town stood a peculiar relic of days long past, a stone well that had weathered centuries of history. The well, known as Ebonwell's Abyss, was surrounded by an aura of dread, for it was said to be cursed. Legends told of strange happenings, mysterious disappearances, and eerie apparitions linked to the well. Over the years, the townsfolk had learned to give the abyss a wide berth, for it was a place of superstition and fear. Tales of the well's cursed nature were passed down through generations. Some claimed that it was an ancient gateway to the netherworld, while others believed it was a vessel for the restless spirits of the town's history. Yet, despite the chilling stories, the townsfolk had grown used to the well's ominous presence, and they had largely learned to ignore it. But that would change when a group of friends, drawn by the thrill of uncovering the unknown, decided to delve into the chilling mysteries that surrounded Ebonwell's Abyss. Among the group of friends were Sarah, an adventurous and fearless young woman, Mike, the joker of the group who couldn't resist a dare, Emma, the superstitious one who believed in the town's legends, and Alex, the rational thinker who sought to debunk the mysteries that shrouded the well. Sarah had heard the stories of the well from her grandmother, tales of an ancient evil lurking within its depths. Those tales had always fascinated her, and the lure of the unknown was too great to resist. She was determined to uncover the truth behind Ebonwell's Abyss, and her friends, despite their reservations, couldn't let her venture into the dark unknown alone. One moonless night, they gathered at the well, their flashlights cutting through the inky darkness. The silence was oppressive, and the town was cast in an eerie stillness as they approached the well. Mike, ever the jokester, attempted to lighten the mood. "Come on, guys, this is just a well. A spooky one, sure, but there's no such thing as curses or hauntings. It's all in our heads." But even as he spoke, his voice quivered slightly, betraying his own unease. The legends of Ebonwell's Abyss had a way of weaving themselves into the collective consciousness of the town, and the ominous atmosphere was impossible to ignore. Emma, who had always been the most superstitious of the group, couldn't hide her discomfort. "I've heard stories about people who've approached this well and disappeared, never to be seen again," she whispered, her eyes darting nervously around the darkened town square. Alex, the rational thinker, tried to bring a sense of logic to the situation. "Look, we're not going to find anything except water and stones down there. But for the sake of curiosity, let's explore a little and prove to ourselves that there's nothing here." With that, they began to descend a narrow stone staircase that led to the bottom of Ebonwell's Abyss. The stone walls seemed to close in on them, and the air grew cooler as they ventured further into the well's depths. As they reached the bottom, they were met with a chilling sight. The well was far deeper than they had anticipated, and the water below was still and dark, like a bottomless abyss. The walls of the well were adorned with odd symbols, etched into the stone by unknown hands. Emma's breath caught in her throat. "These symbols, they look ancient. What do they mean?" Alex examined the symbols with a flashlight, trying to decipher their meaning. They could be a form of protection or a warning. "It's hard to say without more context. But I'm certain they hold some significance." Sarah, undeterred by the ominous atmosphere, was determined to investigate further. "Let's look for any hidden passages or chambers. Maybe there's more to this well than meets the eye." With their flashlights in hand, they combed the well's bottom, their footsteps echoing through the eerie silence. As they examined the stone walls, Mike's flashlight fell upon a peculiar carving. It was a serpent coiled around a dagger, its eyes filled with malevolence. The carving was a stark contrast to the other symbols, and it sent a shiver down their spines. As they ventured deeper into the well's bowels, they discovered a small chamber hidden behind a concealed stone panel. The chamber was barely large enough to accommodate all of them, and it was adorned with strange relics and eerie, unsettling paintings. The paintings depicted scenes of horror and sacrifice, with hooded figures surrounding an ancient altar. It was as if the chamber had been a place of dark rituals and unspeakable ceremonies. The atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive, and a collective gasp escaped there. The atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive, and a collective gasp escaped their lips as they stumbled upon an eerie, ancient book. The book, its pages filled with cryptic text and horrifying illustrations, seemed to be a grimoire, a tome of forbidden knowledge. Alex examined the book, his voice trembling as he read a passage aloud. It speaks of an ancient curse, bound to the well by a powerful and malevolent force. The curse is said to awaken when the well is disturbed, and those who dare to delve into its secrets will face the wrath of the abyss. Their hearts raced as they realized the gravity of their situation. The legends of Ebonwell's abyss were not mere tales, and the buried curse was real. The well, it seemed, was a gateway to an ancient evil that had been awakened by their intrusion. With a sense of dread, they decided to retreat from the well and notify the authorities. Their voices trembled as they recounted the horrifying discoveries they had made in the hidden chamber. Ebonwell was thrown into chaos as news of the well's curse spread like wildfire. The townspeople were gripped by fear and unease, and the town's history was unraveled as the authorities delved into the mysteries that surrounded Ebonwell's abyss. The curse, it was revealed, had its origins in an ancient cult that had once resided in the town. The cult had worshipped a malevolent entity known as the Abyssal Serpent, and they had conducted dark rituals in the hidden chamber beneath the well. The curse had been placed on the well as a means of protecting their secrets, and it was said that disturbing the well would awaken the curse and unleash a vengeful force. As the authorities attempted to unravel the mysteries of the cult and the curse, strange occurrences began to plague Ebonwell. Unexplained phenomena, eerie apparitions, and a growing sense of dread swept through the town. It was as if the curse had been stirred by their intrusion, and the malevolent force that had been bound to the well was seeking revenge. The group of friends, Sarah, Mike, Emma, and Alex, found themselves at the center of the supernatural storm that had engulfed Ebonwell. Their lives were forever changed by the horrors they had unleashed, but they also discovered the strength to confront the ancient curse that had plagued their town. As the years passed, Ebonwell was transformed from a place of tranquility into a town that lived in the shadow of its cursed well. The once sleepy town became a place of haunting secrets and chilling mysteries, a place where the past and the present were inextricably linked by an ancient evil. And so, the chilling tale of Ebonwell's abyss, a haunted well that held a buried curse, was finally brought to light, and the town began to write a new chapter in its history, one that was haunted by the malevolent force they had awakened and the price they had paid for their curiosity and bravery.